Well, hi, and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. This week, I'm carrying on looking at some of the things Jesus said that are recorded in the Bible for us. Now, Jesus lived in Israel around 2,000 years ago. If you're familiar with the Easter story, you'll remember that he died on a cross, and 3 days later he came back to life. About 40 days after that, he went back to heaven and left his friends with a promise that one day he was going to come back again. Now, as it turns out, Jesus had been talking about coming back again earlier in his life. And at one point, he was explaining to his followers about being ready for the time when he does come back. Of course, at this point, they probably didn't understand really what he was talking about because they had no idea what was going to happen in a year or two. But Jesus used this analogy. He gave what might sound to you like some good home security advice. If you knew when the thief was coming, you wouldn't let them break into your home. Well, I suppose that's true. Some people have various alarm systems, video cameras and the like to watch and monitor our homes all day, every day. Some are linked back to our phones so we can see and hear who's at the door or even who's in the house. Others can be monitored by a control centre. But people do things to protect their home because we don't know when something might happen. Then Jesus gave another example. He talked about servants in a house being ready for when their master comes home. They don't know when the master might arrive, but they need to be ready day or night. Jesus says the same should be true for us. We don't know when he might return. The early disciples, they expected it might have been in just a few days or weeks. So far, it's been 2,000 years. But the fact it's been a while doesn't change the faith that I have that one day it is going to happen. So I guess what does it mean to be ready? Am I somehow expected to stay awake 24/7 just in case? Well, thankfully no. I do like my sleep and there's nothing wrong with that. No, what it means is to make peace with God. The things that we do wrong separate us from God. They stop us living in the way that God always intended. The whole piece that I mentioned at the start about Jesus dying on a cross is to fix that. It's to make it possible for all those wrong things to be forgiven and for us instead to live in harmony, in friendship with God. All we need to do is say sorry, to ask Jesus to forgive us. And that is the urgent message that Jesus asks everyone who believes in him to share. To share with people, but to share it in love. It's not, some kind of stick to beat people with alongside a bit of Bible bashing and a speech about hellfire and damnation. It's about love people and give them this message because it's important. So that's what we do. If you want to hear more, maybe check out some of the other sound bites I've done or get in touch. If you want to have a read for it yourself and you live near us but don't have a copy of the Bible, then let us know and we'd love to let you have a copy. We'll even let you know some good starting points to start looking at because it can be a bit big and daunting to start with. God bless you. I'll see you next time.